I really wonder if there's a song associated with the music to that countdown.
I don't know.
That would be weird as all get out.
I hear the thunder now.
Yeah.
It started right on time.
Can you hear the thunder when the lightning strikes? It's all kinds of good stuff. All right. Sorry we're a few minutes late, people, because we had a bad storm come through and we were all
still coming through.
Yeah, it's still coming through, but I think we're on the tail end of it. I'm not sure. It's crazy up here. This guy, I don't care. Whenever he says I want to be on the show, it's like I can't tell this guy no. I mean, it's just we've got such a rapport and have so much fun talking and all kinds of stuff. But everybody give it up for Trey Calloway.
Howdy, everybody. What's going on, brother? How are you?
Riding the storm out.
I heard that, man. It hit here in Nashville about an hour and a half ago, man. It was downpouring, man. Thundering and lightning and all kinds of stuff.
Me and Caitlin was on the front porch and seeing the clouds come in and everything else. And I'm just like, she kept trying to get me to see the lightning, but it was like every time I turned my head back around to look at her to say something, then it would lightning.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, you know.
There's nothing better, man. Before I moved to Nashville, I had this little house in Little River, South Carolina, out in the country, out in the middle of nowhere, man. And I just miss that house so much. But I sit on my front porch during a thunderstorm and just play guitar. And, man, I can drink coffee in the morning and just have a good old time, man. I used to enjoy those thunderstorms, just sit on that front porch in a rocking chair. And you're making me think about it, man, sitting out on the porch, just rocking back and forth, thunderstorm going.
You know, the wild part about it, though, is the thing for me was you had the thunder and you could see the lightning, but it was that first smell of that.
Oh, yeah.
Rain.
When it starts raining, man, when it starts raining, you can smell it in the air. Oh, absolutely, man. No better. It's like fresh cut grass. Ain't no better feeling, man. That reminds me of my baseball days. Fresh cut grass.
When you get older, you kind of don't care about the fresh cut grass.
You just let it grow. I got a funny story to tell you about that house. You want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
So in Myrtle Beach, you know, because they carved a town out of a swamp. You know what I mean? They said, hey, this looks like a good place to build a city. It's in right in the middle of the swamp. But anyway, red ants are real bad. Like red ant hills are really bad in South Carolina, especially on the coast area.
Yeah.
They popped up in my yard, and I had basically a big lot that I was living on and then a big side lot that my landlord expected me to cut for some reason. It wasn't my land, but I blew up so many mowers. I probably burned through 3 or 4 lawnmowers trying to mow that grass. Well, anyway, there was a big red ant hill that they had built up right beside where the grass had got. I mean, the grass was like, I kid you not, this high.
Yeah.
And my idiots, I was an idiot, dude. So I said, I'm gonna put gasoline on this red ant hill to try to burn it out, or try to choke them out or whatever. And I didn't know that you're not supposed to light the gasoline on fire. You're just supposed to pour the gasoline on the anthill. That's it.
Yep.
That's all you got to do. So I was like, obviously I'm supposed to burn them out. So I set fire to this red anthill. Some of that fire blew over to that dry grass.
Yeah.
And caught that whole lot on fire. I mean, talk about a blazing inferno, the biggest fire I've ever seen in person.
But you didn't have to cut it.
I didn't have to cut it. And dude, the fire department got there and they said, we're just letting you know that if you had caught somebody's house on fire just now, you'd be going to jail. We'd be calling the police to come out here and haul you out. He's like,
oh man,
everybody got lucky. We put the fire out. You're fine. We're not going to press charges, but don't do that again. And I had the most luscious, greenest grass for like the next 6 months.
Oh,
right
yeah.
in that whole spot. It was like, I mean, like emerald green, like a deep, bright green, man. It was the most prettiest grass I'd ever seen in my life. So funny story talking about fresh cut grass. I didn't have to cut that grass.
Well, that was something that they did way back in the day. You know, they would burn a whole field, and then they would plow it, plant it, and have the best crops in the world come up.
Well, it was lucky that I lived out in the country. I mean, it was really lucky, because if I'd been in a neighborhood and done something like that, man, I probably would be not talking to you right now. I'd be wearing an orange jumpsuit probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, not thank God for small miracles, I reckon. Well, it's good to see you again, man. Thanks for having me on the show.
It's crazy, man. I can't tell you no. Whenever you want to be on, I mean, you're going to get on.
I appreciate that, brother. Thank you very much, man.
Because I mean, it's I was ticked off though. We wasn't able to get connected up at CMA Fest.
Were you doing pressers at CMA Fest?
Yes.
They cut my press. My press was only an hour. I did 4 interviews, and then I had to go back up to because they got me onto the Cumberland booth to sign autographs.
Yeah.
So I would have had more time, but that was a last minute addition. And I got to talk to Marty Ray Bond and got to take pictures with him and stuff, and talk to him. Told him I was going to be on tour with him one of these days. My guitar player Austin Crum played with Shenandoah for a long, long time, and
awesome,
phenomenal dude. So we kind of had that thing, and I tried really hard to get on that Shenandoah tour, man, but they really didn't have like a set opener. So maybe one of these years I'll get to open up for Shenandoah, man. That'd be a great tour, man.
What I've been noticing, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but here lately, used to, if you was an opener, it was like the whole freaking tour, you were the opener.
Yes. Yeah.
But I've noticed a lot lately now where they're mixing it up with different openers.
Yeah. They'll bring different openers on. It's I think a lot of it's a regional thing. They'll get guys or girls who are local to the area that they play in. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing for artists in their region where they're playing to get to open up for for whoever. That's been most of the opening night gigs I've ever gotten were like that. Hey, Joe Diffie's coming to Darlington, South Carolina. You want to drive out to Darlington and play and be his opening act. And same thing with Tracy Lawrence. When I opened up with Tracy Lawrence, it wasn't in a club. It was a big festival. Can't remember the name of the festival now, but man, there had to have been 15,000 people out there to see Tracy Lawrence play, man, which is a testament to his stardom. You know what I mean? That guy's something else, man. He's drawing crowds bigger as he ever did, man.
Well, I mean, there was just something about him. I mean, it was just like the good old hometown boy that and those songs that he had were just awesome. Time Marches On was one of my favorite.
I saw him in an interview, Dave, and he got a record deal 3 months after moving to Nashville, man.
Yeah.
That's insane, man. That kind of stuff does not happen. I mean, he said he went and did some kind of showcase up in Kentucky. They had some kind of showcase they were doing, and the grand prize was a record deal, and he won it. And he got a record deal like 3 months after moving to Nashville and hit the ground running, man. I think If the World Was a Front Porch was his first single, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. I think it was his first hit. Might not have been his first single, but I think it was his first hit. So
and then there's that one song that I always reference. I can't remember the name of the song, but the chorus was, "Every time I get a leg up on the ladder of success, I slip and fall."
I don't know if I've ever heard it. I don't know if I've ever heard that song. I gotta go check it out.
You got to listen to that song because it rang true with me, because it was like every time I tried to do something, there was axle grease on the ladder.
I love everything I've ever heard from him, man. He's insane. Yes, sir.
It's crazy, but I think Julie got a text because he was actually on the schedule to be on my show down there, and time constraints and everything else took you off of it.
Well, man, I would have loved to have done it. You know that, man. We'll get him next year.
Well, yeah, and we'll get you later this year at the studio.
Sir. That sounds like a plan, man. You let me know as soon as you move to town, man. You let me know. We'll get us a housewarming party.
Yeah, no.
I'll bring you a bottle of liquor. What kind of liquor you want?
I don't care.
hey, man, when I still drank, that was my answer. I don't care. I'll drink it. I love it, dude. That's awesome.
No, it's like, here's what's funny. I've got 3 Rangers whiskey.
Yeah.
I've got Angels Envy and Woodford Reserve bourbon over there.
Yeah. My dad likes Woodford a lot.
And I've had so much stuff going on trying to de-stress so I can go to bed.
Yeah.
I've been hitting the Jack.
I heard that, man. Well, I can't say I blame you. That's what I always like to drink, man. Jack Daniels and tequila. Tequila was probably, depending if it was a show night, if it was like party time, it was tequila. But if I was just at the, if I was at the house or I was at the bar chilling with my buddies, it was usually whiskey or beer.
Yeah.
So, and then my wife always loves a glass of wine, so we drink a lot of wine too.
Well, I've got.
I never really met an alcohol I didn't like, to be honest with you.
I got 2 bottles of wine over there. So.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you just feel like being fancy, David. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Sometimes you just got to put a pinky up.
Well, I mean, when I started doing the show and everything, and people coming in and stuff, and I was just like, I got to have some kind of refreshments because some people do drink, some people don't.
Absolutely.
And when you sit down and you got, 3 cameras looking at you and all this other stuff, people tend to get a little bit nervous.
You got to take the edge off somehow, man.
Take the edge off, sit down, have some fun.
Yes, sir.
It's like when you go to grandma's house. The eggnog is spiked and grandma done it,
Yeah. Man, that reminds me, man. I got a song I wrote about my grandma, and I was just going back through some old work tapes today, and I was going through some old work tapes today, and listened to it. It's called Jesus, Elvis, and Me. Three things my grandma loved most was Jesus, Elvis, and me. And one of these days, hopefully, I'll record it, man. If I could get this guitar to stay in tune, I'd play it for you. I was gonna say it, man, but I don't want the first. If there's people watching me for the first time, I don't want the first thing they hear is this old out-of-tune guitar playing. But,
yeah.
But I'm gonna record it one of these days, man. It made me cry, dude. I'm not even gonna lie. I was sitting at the line at Bojangles and I started crying like a little baby. I pulled up to the window like, I miss my grandma.
You have a discount?
I do, man. I miss my grandma. It was my dad's mama. We called her Mama Lynn, and man, she was a God-fearing woman, but she loved her some Elvis, boy. We'd watch GI Blues and Roustabout, and I talk about that in the song, man. She loved those Elvis movies, those old Elvis movies, man. It was that and John Wayne, Elvis and John Wayne, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big John Wayne fan. I always have been.
Oh yeah,
and my go-to movie is actually Tombstone.
Oh yeah,
I love Tombstone.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You're not talking about the one with what's his name, Kurt Russell. Are you talking about? So you're talking about that one?
Yeah, Kurt Russell and
you tell him I'm coming and hell's coming with me.
Exactly.
Great line, man. Great line. That's a great movie. Val Kilmer, phenomenal. Sam Elliott, phenomenal. That whole movie is just a 10 out of 10 in my book.
Oh yeah. Well,
I love westerns, man.
Anything you put Sam Elliott in is just like
it makes it automatically better. Roadhouse too, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many guys actually cried when Sam got killed in that movie.
Dude, I cried the first time, man. Roadhouse is one of the greatest movies of all time, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I know it's cheesier than I'll Get Out, but I don't even care. Great movie.
Yeah, and there's probably no telling how many people have actually fallen off the roof of a house trying to yeah. But anyway, that's
thing, yeah. I know, man.
It's crazy, all that stuff. But what have you got going on? Somebody keeps telling me you've got this like single fixing to drop.
Yeah, it just dropped today. It just came out today. It's called She Don't Break It. The hook is She Don't Break It.
Like see, you were supposed to chime in a little bit earlier because I set all that up and everything. And
she breaks it sometimes, but she don't break it like she used to. I wrote it with my 2 great buddies. I wrote it with Terry McBride from McBride and the Ride, who wrote a bunch of hits for Brooks and Dunn. He wrote "Cowgirl Don't Cry, Ride Baby Ride," and he wrote play something country.
Oh yeah,
that one. And then they had a big hit. McBride and the Ride had a big hit in the 90s called "Sacred Ground," which is funny because Terry wrote a bunch of hits for Brooks and Dunn, and Terry's such a great songwriter, but McBride and the Ride's only real big hit they ever had was written by Kix Brooks from Brooks and Dunn. So he wrote "Sacred Ground," which is crazy to think about, man. They were just giving each other songs, but And then Brandon Hood, my new producer. So the three of us wrote it, and it's a Texas style shuffle. You know, hopefully if George Strait hears it, it'll make him proud. Shuffles are back in style now. We got Zach Top to thank for bringing shuffles back in style. And
Oh yeah.
you know, it's
Well,
crazy how, you know, I never really changed, man. I've been the same artist this whole time, and it feels like I'm coming to Nashville at the right time because it's cool to be a real country singer again and singing, you know, two steps and shuffles and barn burners and all the stuff I like. So it's good. It's back in style now. And so we just wrote this little country shuffle about this girl who used to break your heart all the time, and now she don't break it like she used to. And you just the experience of getting over it and moving on. And every morning when you wake up, you feel a little bit better. And man, the response we've got from this song has just been insane, man. People are just absolutely loving it.
that's awesome.
The media's blowing up about it. So, and Whiskey Riff did the debut on it. They the social media outlet, kind of like the country music Rolling Stone, I guess you could say, they did the debut on the song, man. So people were hitting me up about that, and that's just such an honor and a blessing, man, to have them and guys like you. And I'm just hanging on for dear life, man. They're trying to work me to death, but I've probably joked around with this about you before, man. But they're trying to kill me. But it's what I wished for, so I'm getting it. I'm getting what I wished for, and I'm loving every second of it, man. Things are just, the momentum is building, and it's building fast, and it's almost like you know, you spend your whole career pushing this giant boulder up a hill, you know.
Oh yeah.
And it's coming along, man.
Yeah, that's
I feel like the future's bright. I'm excited about it.
I had TG Shepherd on the show, and me and him were talking about.
TG's my man, dude.
It's crazy how things nowadays in the music industry seem like they're going so much faster than they used to back in the day.
And they are. Artists. You know, my job really nowadays is I'm as much of a content creator as I am a musician. You know. But you know, honestly, there's good and bad to the music business now. So, you know, I think back in the day, you know, you had labels telling you what you could and couldn't do. If you were locked into a record deal, you know, you had to release what they told you to release. You had to record what they told you to record, and it's a little bit like that. If you're signed to a major, it's still the same way to a degree.
Oh, yeah.
You can build yourself, and you can build your brand. You can artist develop yourself. Which is a good thing, because I've been able to build the brand and build the look and sound that I've really wanted, and that's been good. There's a lot of creative freedom in the music business nowadays.
Yeah, and you've got one big step up on that. At least your wife doesn't dress you funny.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I don't know anything about that. She is a beautiful. His wife is a beautiful woman. She's very intimidating, though. She's very much like. She's a powerful woman. You can tell her. I'm not messing with her, man. I'm not going to say no jokes about her on this show. As far as I'm concerned, man, she's the best ever, dude. So, and you know what they say? Happy wife, happy life, man. You make your wife happy and things go well, man. I try to, you know, my wife's a little intimidating sometimes. I try to buck up to her, and she puts me in my place real fast, you know. So. Oh
yeah. Well, I mean, you know,
you can either be free, or you can be married, or what is it? You can either be right or you can be married.
Yeah, exactly.
My dad told me that. So.
But that's what, you know, blew me for a loop with, you know, because TG Shepherd, he's done so much in the industry and helped the industry so much. But when you get to the realism of what the man was during his heyday, he was a country crooner with sex symbol. I mean, he was just in black, the black boots, and he was just like, girls went crazy.
Well, that era of country, man, is one of my favorites. And really, you know, everybody says the new song "She Don't Break It" we got out. Everybody says that it's got a '90s vibe, and honestly, if you really delve deep, it's really not a '90s vibe. It's an '80s vibe. I told Brandon, I said, man, why don't we get off the '90s country thing? Why don't we try something like an Eddie Raven? We were sitting at lunch. We came back in. We went to lunch, and then we came back in. That was one of the last three we cut after lunch. And I said, man, why don't we get really crazy and do something like Eddie Raven would do? And that's where the bounciness of that record comes in. That's where that comes from. is that Eddie Raven or Dan Seals type of vibe. And man, I've been loving me some 80s country. T. Graham Brown and T.J. Shepherd. I've been listening to all those guys on my Spotify, ever since I discovered their music, man. I eat it up, man. Those guys were, it's undeniably country. That music from back then was undeniably country, but it was, it had this bopping sentiment. It had this bounce to it.
Mm-hmm.
It really was the record. It was the drummers and the bass players. That's what it was. It was the rhythm section. They were bouncing.
If you go back and listen to like Mickey Gilley stuff, he had that piano, and that piano with the bass and the drums, it had that little bouncy.
Yes, sir. And that's the thing. And that's what we did with She Don't Break It. I mean, that's why I think that melody is so infectious. I mean, you get Terry McBride, and Terry's as Texas as they come, man. I mean, Terry knows Texas music like the back of his hand. And so I couldn't have written a Texas shuffle with anybody better than him. And then the way we cut it on the record, it was just perfect song, perfect timing, perfect musicians in the studio. We had the best players in there on that record, man, and they just absolutely nailed it, man. They just absolutely nailed it, and I'm so proud that I got to be the guy to bring that song to life. I feel honored, man. I think good things are going to happen with that song. We just took it to Texas radio, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, it'll be awesome. And then next you got the music video, and then of course somebody's going to bring up a line dance to it.
I hope so. We need to get a TikTok.
Awesome.
We need to get a TikTok trend going. Hey, that's how you blow up nowadays, man. You got to get a TikTok trend going. She don't brag like she used to. We got to get some guys with some gals and some cowboy boots, and we got to get them line dancing. I've actually got a friend named Cowboy Kyle. I might reach out to him. I'd say he's probably the premier line dancing instructor in Nashville. I think there's two big ones. He's one of the two. Is Cowboy Kyle, and man, he's famous, dude. He's blowing up on TikTok and YouTube and all that stuff. I might try to see if I can get him to choreograph a line dance to it.
Well, let them do it down on Broadway where they do those pop-up flash line dances.
Yes, sir.
That would be awesome.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And then you just walk through the crowd singing the song.
100%, man. That'd be awesome.
I'm just like, I got too many ideas popping in my head now.
That's never a bad thing, David.
I don't know. It's kind of crazy.
That ain't never a bad thing, brother.
It is when you're like out in public and nobody knows what the hell you're talking about.
Exactly. Well, I'm the same way, man. My brain's going 1,000 miles an hour pretty much all the time. So, I try to sleep at night, but it usually don't work out all that good.
I ain't got no problem sleeping. I'm an
insomniac, man. And really the thing about it is I'm a night owl. I just stay up all night, man, because I play shows late and I can't help it, man. I can't, but I try to get up relatively early. On days when I ain't got to work, when I say work, I mean play, but I try to get up around 9 a.m., which is still late for most people. But for me, if I get up at 9 a.m., I'm like, man, let's go. Let's seize the day. I mean, honestly, because, man, there's sometimes when I'm going to bed at 6 a.m., man. I get home from my show around 3:30, and if we've had a good one, and I'm all wired up and fired up, man, if the crowd was electric, I'm still jacked up on that adrenaline. It takes me a couple hours to wind down,
Oh, I can imagine.
So
that's the way it was back in the day, but that was back in the metal years.
Oh yeah.
Because there was always an after show party somewhere.
Oh yeah, there's the after party and then the after party.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's still like that here. It's still like that here, man. I'm just sober at everything now, man. I'm the sober guy everywhere I go now. So it's good. It's good, man. It's always good to be. And see, the thing about it is that people ask me all the time, they're like, how do you stay sober around all the drunk people? And I'm like, man, I love drunk people. Drunk people have made my career. People party and have fun with me. I love being around drunk people, man. It never bothered me much, So.
Well, see, I used to drink a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
me too, buddy.
If you seen me and I was in my car, only thing I had to do was pop the trunk because there was a big old cooler in the back with ice down beer in it all the freaking time,
Nice.
And But what got me to quit drinking like I did was doing the lights and the sounds up in the production booth.
Yep.
And watching these people, and you're just like, honey, you're a 10.
Yeah.
And you're way tipsy.
Yeah.
And that guy that you're hanging on and
He's a
enjoying
solid
the
3.
moment with is
He's
like
a solid 3.
I seen one that he was actually a 1. It was like,
yeah. Oh wow, poor guy.
his mama probably wouldn't even give him
Poor
a good
guy.
night kiss.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Well,
And
I mean, you're right, man. You know, and the thing about me is like, I never had no drinking problem or nothing like that. For me, it was like, I quit because I really quit because I wanted to. I came to a point in my career. It was really a career decision. I came to a point where I was like, man, drinking never done anything to help my career. You know, the only good thing I could say drinking ever did for me was it gave me the courage to introduce myself to my now wife. So I had some liquid courage when I walked up to her. So that's about the only good thing alcohol ever did for me, man. And, you know, I'm not ever necessarily saying I won't drink again in the future, you know, but right now, man, I've just got blinders on with my career and stuff. It's just.
Well, I've gotten where I might have a drink every now and then.
Yeah.
Social drink, I guess is what they call it.
Yeah.
But it's nice every now and then. I like the taste. I like the flavor of it.
Oh yeah, me too. I love it. I mean, I always did. I love the taste of. There's not an alcohol I don't like the taste of. You know what I mean? For me, it's just been a conscious decision for me. You know, every now and then I'll have one of those Corona Zeros. Have you had one of those yet? They ain't got no alcohol.
No.
Yeah, they're good, man. They taste just like Corona. And Corona was my favorite beer.
Yeah.
When I did drink, Corona was my favorite beer. That and Miller Lite. I love Miller Lite too. But
well, mine was Miller Lite or Michelob Ultra.
Yeah, if you're playing, especially if you're playing golf, man. If you're golfing a Mick Ultra with a lime in it, it just goes hard, man. But what they used to call the redneck Coronas? What was the redneck Coronas? Was it Miller High Life with a lime in it? It was High Life with a
I think so.
With the lime in it. It's called a redneck. Corona.
Caitlin is shaking her head real fast. Yeah.
I always love that too. I like lime. I like citrus flavored anything, man. So if you put a lemon wedge in a beer, I'm all about it. Or a lime wedge in a beer, I was always about it, man.
Okay, well, we'll make a note of that.
Yeah. One of these days when I hop off the wagon, you'll be the first one to have a beer. That'll work. That sounds good, man.
Hey, when I can quit the day job, you can come up with me and sit on the front porch and have a beer with a lemon on it. And
that sounds like a plan to me, brother. That sounds like a plan, brother.
Because that's what I want to do. I just me and Caitlin have talked about it several times. It's just like,
when's the big date to move? When are you moving?
As soon as this house sells.
Okay, so it's up on the market. It hadn't sold yet.
It actually is going up on the market probably tomorrow.
Nice. It'll sell fast.
I hope.
Well, yeah. I mean, is the way the housing market is, man? You'll sell that bad boy in no time.
Oh yeah.
All kinds of people want it. Because you live. Where is it that you live? Do you live up in Kentucky?
No,
almost to Kentucky.
I'm right next to Kentucky.
That's right. I knew you were somewhere near the Kentucky borderline. I don't know if you were in Kentucky or in Tennessee, but
I'm in Tennessee.
There's all kinds of people that probably commute to Nashville that'll line up to buy that house, man. You'll sell it fast.
Well, I mean, you go to Nashville and, you know, a house smaller than mine is like $500,000.
Dude, our house in Myrtle Beach that my wife and I own has increased in value like almost $100,000 since we bought it.
Yeah.
It's insane, dude. People are just, and that area is building up fast too. North Myrtle Beach is getting real built up because not a lot of people don't want to go to Myrtle Beach anymore because it's kind of dangerous now. But North Myrtle's kind of becoming the new Myrtle. So that housing market over there is just exploding, which is a good thing. You know,
I built this house 3 years ago.
Nice.
And I got
it's brand new still.
Yeah, I got it for $220.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow, that's a great price.
And you know where the market is
now. I guarantee it.
I'm hoping to get a nice chunk of change.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man. You'll sell that bad boy in no time, brother.
Yeah, and I'll be dancing across the front parking lot as I leave.
I heard that. Well, it'll be good to have you in Nashville, man. Where we can hang out. You come out and see me on a Friday night at the local.
At the local?
Yeah, every Friday night, man. Me and the band play at the local every Friday night.
Well, I remember you was doing what, Losers on Sundays?
No, I've never had a regular gig at Losers, although I do like playing there. It's a cool place to play. But Friday is at the local. It's been that way for about 2 years now. And Saturday at AJ's. I've been doing that one since I moved to town for about 3.5 years now. and then Sunday at the new local. That's probably what you're thinking. The new local
Yeah.
over there in Hendersonville is where I play every Sunday.
Yeah.
But I won't be there this Sunday. I'm hitting the road. I'm hightailing it down to Myrtle Beach to vacation with the family for a week. Spend
There you go.
some time celebrating this great country of ours.
Yeah, it's yeah, I think it's going to be really huge this year.
Oh yeah, man. I love it, man. I love this country. We have the best country in the world, man. So I'm looking forward to seeing some fireworks and getting in the pool and working on my suntan. I know I need help with that, man. This lighting makes me look a little bit better, but man, it's still and nothing I do about being so pasty, man.
You know,
I try to get out in the sun, David. I just, because my hours are so late, man, it's hard to find time to get out in the sun.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
crazy, man.
I'm in the truck from 4 o'clock in the morning until 1:30.
Your left arm's probably real tan, isn't it? Yeah. You got the truck driver arm. You got the truck driver arm, man.
Yep. So I mean, it's I started wearing tank tops, hoping I get a little sun every now and then. You know.
I've started to cut the sleeves off almost every old T-shirt I've got, man. I just say, you know what? This shirt will be a lot cooler without sleeves, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Bad part about it is, then you got to go to the gym.
I know, man. I'm trying to. I've been working out, man. I've lost a good bit of weight. I'm trying to get in shape, man. It's a tough battle, but man, I've lost about, after I got married, I started off at about 216. And as of now, I weigh 180 pounds. So I've lost however many that is, 36 pounds, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm shooting for between 170 and 175. I think it'd be.
Well, see, I got on that carnivore diet.
Oh yeah.
And 10 weeks
I'll
later,
go on carnivore for about a week at a time. I'll do carnivore and then I'll carb load on a couple of days, and that helps.
Yeah.
Keep stabilize my energy levels and stuff. Because if I eat just meat, I start to get kind of tired and a little dreary. But I've also been working out a lot too, and trying to hike. It's been too dang hot to hike lately, though, man. I'm sure this heat wave's been hitting y'all too, but golly, it's just been hot every day.
My bad thing about hiking and doing stuff like that is I got a problem with my brain, because my brain says, hey, there's motorcycles, there's off-road vehicles.
Oh yeah. Oh, I get it, man. I get it. Trust me. I mean, look, I fell in love with hiking because it's an inexpensive hobby to get into, and it's great exercise. So that was, but right now it's too hot to go hiking, man. I can't do it right now.
Get a canoe, go canoeing.
You know, I thought about buying a kayak. I was going to because I love fishing. I was going to get myself another Tennessee fishing license, and I was going to start kayak fishing. I might get into that, honestly. I might get into that. That's actually not a bad idea at all. And kayaks are actually reasonably priced. I don't know if you've ever looked at them, man. A new kayaks, a good, decent, brand new kayak, like $300.
Yeah. You
can't beat it, man. Now, I don't know if they're, like, because they've got them and they sell them for like $1,500 to like $2,000. They've got the ones they sell that are super high end, but I was looking for something that floats, man.
Facebook Marketplace.
Oh yeah.
That's where I got mine.
Yeah. What did she say?
Caitlin said go to Facebook Marketplace. That's where she got hers.
Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of people that buy them and then they ain't got no place to put them and don't have room for them, and they're just trying to get rid of them. They'll sell them, Yeah, that's a good idea.
You can go to any off-road store or a place that sells Sea-Doos.
Yep. Yeah.
And they've actually come out with this brand new Sea-Doo, and the whole daggum thing is set up for fishing.
Oh, wow. Got holders and stuff?
Got everything.
Does it have a place to put like a little small? I got a small little Yeti cooler.
Yeah.
Is there a place on the back where you could like?
Yeah, you just strap it on.
Yeah.
And then
that sounds like a good idea, man. All right, you heard it. I got permission from David. I'm gonna tell my wife you gave me permission to go out and buy a kayak.
She is not whooping my butt. I'm sorry. It's not happening.
I'm trying to get back into fishing, man. I mean, it's just finding time to do any hobbies that I love nowadays. I have to almost designate a day, a month out. Say, hey, I'm gonna go fishing this day, and they got me so busy, David.
if you're like me and you're living on that schedule and everything's going on, because Julie's in more charge of what I'm doing from day to day than I am.
I just never stop, brother. I never stop.
It's like I got to call Julie and say, hey, can I schedule 30 minutes of TV time, please, or something? You know, I mean, it's just
yeah. Oh yeah, me and my wife got to schedule FaceTime appointments. So we can talk, so we can see each other's faces.
Yeah, it's crazy because, well, I mean, the month of May, we were doing 4 shows each week.
Shoot.
And then we did 2 shows the last week of May because we were getting ready for CMA Fest.
Yeah.
And then we go down there and I got 70 artists scheduled in 4 days at CMA Fest. And it was just like unreal, dude.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. It is, man. It's crazy, dude. It's a business to do it to you, man. It's a crazy business.
Yeah.
It sure is, man.
That's why they call it. That's why they call it.
We love it, man. We love it. That's why we do it, you know.
No, we do it because we love the creation. We love being able to meet good friends and build things together and do all this stuff. The music business, I think it's caused more people to just go insane than anything else.
You ain't kidding, man. You ain't kidding, brother. I mean, you definitely have to have a strong mental shield. Your mental health has to be strong in order to deal with it, man. It's a business that you get a lot of no's, man. You get told a lot of no's. You get told a lot of you're not good enough, and when you're songwriting, it's not good or whatever, and you get a lot of that, man. But you get 100 no's, and you might get 1 yes, and that 1 yes makes it all worth it. So.
Yeah, and then you got to watch out for the shark side of it because you'll get 50. I'm gonna make you a star,
Yep.
you know.
Yep. But I've been fortunate enough to have people around me that watch out for me and stuff. So I mean, I feel blessed in that regard. I feel bad for some naive artists who have gotten taken advantage of. I really feel for them. It's happened to me in my career as well. But nowadays we're pretty. We know what to watch out for and what not to, and it's
Oh yeah,
that's a blessing. That's a rare thing to find in this business, you know.
Oh yeah, I got comments turned on, and Dawn Ricks just said, "Hi guys, hi Dawn.
What's going on?"
She's a sweetheart, great country artist.
Awesome. What's her name? What did you say her name was?
Dawn Ricks.
Hey Dawn, how are you?
Look her up and check out some of her stuff, man. She's actually got some.
What is it?
Dawn Ricks, DAWN RX.
RIX. Very cool.
Yeah, she's got some really good stuff.
I've heard of Dawn Ricks.
Yeah.
I've heard of her.
Yeah, she's been on the Nashville sign down there a time or two.
Very cool. All right, I just checked her out. I'm gonna listen to her songs as soon as we get off here. I'm gonna listen to her songs.
I'm sure she
just gained a new follower on Spotify, Dawn Ricks. I definitely. She's got a couple of cool songs on here. Let's brag on Dawn Ricks for a second. She's got 304 to 615. That's a good hook. I assume that's about your area code back home. And then I Want to Be Holding You. Thursday, 3 days in a row. I like that.
Yeah.
Broken Pieces, Tennessee Miles. Just give me the bottle. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to all this stuff. I love doing that, man. I'll find a new artist. I'll make new friends, and I'll say, "Well, I'll check you out on Spotify. You check me out on Spotify." And that's how it's done, man. You guys support each other out here. Thank you for commenting, Don. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
tell her if she lives in town. She lives in Nashville.
She's actually a Carolina girl.
What?
Yeah.
North or south?
North.
I knew I liked her. As soon as I heard that name, I knew I liked her. North Carolina people, let's go. Where's she? Do you know whereabouts she's from?
I can't remember the name of the town.
Okay. She's probably from Raleigh or Statesville or something like that, or Hickory.
It's actually a small town. I remember that much.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, if she comments on there, ask her where she's from.
She probably ain't even watching anymore.
Yeah. Bye, Dawn. I'm still going to listen to her music when I get off here.
Yeah, she's cool. Have you been on a Nashville sign yet?
I have. I have. When we debuted the Wanted Man album last year, I was on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was cool, man.
I couldn't remember if you've been on it yet or not.
That's a cool experience, man. That's a crazy experience, man. All my friends were hitting me up. I just saw you on the Nashville side.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's when I was on there, I had people commenting and my friends going, dude, do you know you're on the yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man.
It's crazy how that stuff works, man.
Man, I did a back workout yesterday, and my back is killing me, dude. I'm like struggling over here, man. I did with the 40-pound dumbbells. I did these right here, and at my back. And plus, this part of my back, if I play a lot of music in a row, that muscle, because you're leaning over the guitar like this, and it strains that back muscle. So, man, my back is killing me today.
My back was killing me up there at CMA Fest. Because we had just gotten there and got
Stuff's getting old, David, don't it?
Yeah, I know, right? Thanks for calling that out for me, okay?
This business is turning me into an old man. I can promise you that. I'm going to be a deaf old man one of these days.
Well, see, Caitlin likes taking pictures of me at CMA Fest because I do stupid crap.
Yeah.
And last year she caught me in between artists. I was sitting there pretending like I was asleep with the microphone right in front of my face.
Yeah.
This year, she caught me while I was laying on the ground, trying to get my back to pop because it was hurting.
Oh yeah.
And next year, there ain't no telling what's going to happen.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man.
It's nuts.
That's crazy, brother.
So, one of the favorite questions that I was asking at CMA Fest, and since you just had your brand new song drop today. I'm going to ask you this question.
All right.
When I drop shows and all that other stuff, I used to be real bad about watching the numbers. Mm-hmm. Do you do that when you drop a new song?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd be lying if I said no. I put the song in the context of, is this a song that we believe is going to be a big streamer? Is this going to be one of the hits, or is this going to be a grand experiment? And we don't know if it's going to stream well. I can use an example. Ballad of Righteous and Wrong, my cowboy song that I came out with.
Right.
We had a good feeling that it probably wasn't going to be a big, giant streaming hit before we put it out. You know,
but it's a good song.
But it is a great song. And you know, you have to go and you have to listen to it. And if you're a Trey Calloway music fan, you'll go and you'll listen to it and you'll say, man, this is cool. This is Poncho and Lefty for a new generation, you know?
Yeah.
And so we knew that song probably wasn't going to do that. But like, if it's one of the songs like Your Love Is Safe With Me or Forgotten Man or Miss Gone by Morning, one of the ones that we were like, man, this has potential to catch fire, or this one, I would say She Don't Break It is one that I expect and hope to stream well. I think that if it's one of those and it doesn't stream well and it kind of flops, I'll get a little disappointed. I'll get a little down. Say, man, I really thought this one was gonna do better than it's doing. But on another side of the coin, like She Misses Being Mrs., which was the single before She Don't Break It, the one that's just come out. She Misses Being Mrs. didn't stream super great on Spotify, but on TikTok, a couple of the videos I posted went semi-viral, went, caught, and people, widows of veteran families were commenting and just saying, this song is me. This song is my life. I mean, that, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments about how the song was touching them. So I look at that as another metric too. If it gets a social media response, that's justification to me too. A lot of ballads don't stream super well. I think that the music business is in a fast, upbeat music generation. I think we're in I think if you put out Paint Me a Birmingham now, I'm not sure it would stream as well as it was a big giant hit back in the day. But it's like ballads those heartfelt, slow country ballads, they don't stream as well. They want people want to dance now. People want to be upbeat and party. They want to go to a concert with their favorite artist, and they want to get drunk, and they want to dance with their girlfriend or their boyfriend, and they want to have fun and be upbeat. So I think we're in an upbeat music era, and so that's where I say. So if I put out a ballad and it's something I really believe in and love, and it don't stream good, I don't necessarily. I'll get a little discouraged, but I won't walk away from it going, "Well, that was a failure."
Yeah.
I try not to look at any song I put out as a failure. I look at it as a learning experience, and also, did I believe in this song? And if the answer is yes, then I can usually get over any kind of heartache I'm going on. If I've got anything going on about a song, I can get over it if I look at it rationally.
Yeah, and
that's the honest to God answer, man. I mean, yeah, of course, if you put out a song that you think is going to be a banger, or if it is a banger and it's a great song and it just goes, which to be in all fairness, David, has not happened to me very much. A lot of the songs I put out, when we really figured out how to work Spotify, because there's a technique to working Spotify, to understanding what they're looking for, the kind of music those curators are looking for. There's a method to the madness. A lot of people are just like, "Wow, Spotify sucks, blah, 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 blah." No, Spotify is just a music medium. You can debate the payouts all you want. But the nature of the beast is Spotify now. You have to play their game, and so when I figured out how to do Spotify, we've had a lot of success with it, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing. So,
well, I mean, one thing too, on Spotify and a lot of these streaming platforms and everything, if you see up there where it says follow or subscribe, click on that, because that helps out so much.
Oh yeah. Well, monthlies bounce up and down. So if you get picked up by a bunch of playlists when you put your single out, your numbers will spike. You'll go up to, I've been everywhere from, so I sit right around, at my lowest, I sit around 30,000 now, 30,000 monthlies now, which is great. I mean, when I first started, I had like 100. And now we're sitting at like 30,000, and that's consistently. That never dips down.
Yeah.
But if I put out a big song, like when we had "Your Love Is Safe with Me" out, which is my highest stream song, it's like over 500,000 streams now. And I don't have my million streaming song yet, but I feel it coming soon. I do think it's going to happen soon. But when you put out that song I'm expecting this one to do great. It shot up, man. I shot up to like 300,000 monthly listeners. I had like 300,000 monthlies.
Awesome.
And that was great, man. I mean, it was streaming like crazy, and that's generating some real money. If you get to the million monthlies listener, which is really where the labels really start paying attention. When you get up into the million monthlies, that's like you're doing good on Spotify. You're doing really good on Spotify. I think it's somewhere in the vicinity of like 99% of artists have less than 1,000 monthlies.
Yeah.
And then you have this window that I'm in right now, which is like 9%, which is like you vary between 50,000 and 500,000 monthlies. And I bounce in between those two. And it's a crazy thing.
That
man.
would drive me nuts.
Radio. It's just like breaking a new single back in the day, man. When you had radio, it was like when you had to go do radio campaigns, man, you would go and the labels would say, "Hey DJ, this is our new artist. We're trying to break them. I want you to play his song 10 times a day for us." And they do it, and then somebody hears a great song 10, 15 times. They might hate it. They might hate it the first 5 times they hear it, and then they hear it 10,000 dang times.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Well, that song's actually pretty good. Oh, I like this. I like this song." And then all of a sudden you have a hit song, man. That's how it goes. The game has not changed. Everybody says the game changed. The game has not changed. The medium changed. It went from radio, primarily only radio, to radio, TikTok, internet, Spotify. You know what I mean? Now you got your internet stuff, you got your Spotify, you got TikTok, you got Instagram. So the game did not change. The medium changed. The way in which people consume music changed. But the game is the same as it's ever been, man.
Yeah, because that's what blowed me away when I first started my podcast. I was like up to episode 5. And I was just sitting there going,
Yeah.
And I remember when I finally got my first one where somebody actually listened to my
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was a little fat butt doing cartwheels, and I was just like, oh, somebody listened.
I can't for the love of me understand why anybody wouldn't want to come and sit down and listen to this quality entertainment you and I are putting on right now. This is quality stuff right here, man. This is good, wholesome fun for the whole family right here.
Well, yeah, and that's what I love about it, because it gets the artist out there. Y'all get heard more.
Yeah.
People actually get to see a side of y'all that they normally don't get to see.
Yeah. Well, you have when you're building a brand, you have a perfectly, or you try anyway, you try to perfectly curate this image that you're trying to push to the world of, hey, this is who I am, this is what I am, what I look like, this is what I sound like, and you're building a brand. And these podcasts give people the chance to see that, hey, I'm really just a regular dude.
Yeah.
I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a full-time musician. I wear myself out playing and working and trying to scrape by.
And you still get in trouble when you don't take the trash out when you're asked to take the trash.
Amen, brother. Amen. Amen. Absolutely.
Nothing like a honey-do list.
Oh yeah, man. Oh Lord, man. When I go home, when I go to Myrtle Beach, back to the house where we have there, I've got the honeydew deal. The honeydew list is a mile long, man.
Hey, y'all got deep sea fishing out that way?
Oh yeah. A bunch of my buddies are boat captains.
Okay, well,
one of my artist buddies, he plays in North Myrtle Beach, a guy named Randy Atwood. He before he started playing music, he always played music before he got back into playing with a band a couple of years ago. He was a seaboat captain for a long time. He was a commercial fisherman. That's what he did.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, man. The fishing industry's big in Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle. Oh yeah.
That's
a lot of the people that work for a living down there, they're commercial fishermen or tour guide boat drivers or tourism, that kind of stuff, man. Oh yeah.
Well, that's actually on my bucket list, because I used to go to Panama City all the time with Dad, and we would get on the party boat and go out and do the deep sea fishing. And
You'd be a great sea captain, man.
No, I wouldn't.
I can totally see it.
I'd be cruising the beach all the time with binoculars. I mean, come on.
Got to get your sea legs, man. Got to stay stocked up on the Dramamine.
Yeah, I never took Dramamine.
I've never had to take it either. Seasickness has never been a big issue. I've gotten a little nauseous a couple times on boats, but usually, especially if it's out on the ocean. Now, if I'm on a lake, then I don't get seasick. But if I get the ocean, will make me a little sick every now and then. But I've never lost my lunch or anything like that.
Well,
it's never been that bad.
This is what's hilarious, because when I was younger, the first time Dad took me out on the fleet cruise of deep sea fishing, my Uncle Kenny went with us.
Yeah. He got sick.
And he was poking fun and Bobby, he's going to get sick and blah, 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 and this and that. And he was just giving me all kinds of crap.
Oh, yeah. He ended up getting sick.
He was the one that was sick. And I made him sicker because I walked by him eating a cheeseburger while he was hurtling over the rail.
That's funny, man. That's funny. That's great, dude.
It was one of those experiences, man. I'll never forget that. It's funny as I'll get out. Caitlin, you need to go deep sea fishing.
It's fun.
I feel like I would be hurling over the side.
I will say with the seasickness, because I was around it. I mean, I lived at the beach for 7 years. So, I mean, if you get seasick and you do, man, you feel better afterwards. You don't stay sick. You feel better afterwards. You just got to drink a Gatorade or something and you'll feel better. What it is your body's adjusting to the wobbliness. You get it out of your system and you feel better afterwards. And I mean, those boat captains see it almost every day, probably.
Well, the bad part about it was I was okay with the wobbliness because I used to race dirt bikes and stuff, and we were wobbly all the daggum time.
Yeah.
And then the thing that threw me off the most was when we got back and I had no more wobble. I was on land.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and getting your land legs back.
Yeah, that threw me off because it's like you're standing still, but you're like moving.
Oh yeah.
You know, and it was crazy as all get out.
Absolutely, brother.
You're gonna have to let me know when you're in Myrtle Beach so we can go hit the boats.
That sounds like a plan, man. That sounds like a plan.
Because I've always wanted to go out there, and
Myrtle Beach is great.
I want to be the guy in the chair.
Oh yeah.
Reeling in that big freaking monster fish, man.
Oh yeah. My dad and I both love fishing. We're not much on hunting, but my dad and I are both big fishermen. We love to do it, and my dad's never gone deep sea fishing. He wants to go. So I'd like to be able to make that dream come true for him one of these days and take him and charter a boat and go out there and catch a big old whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
just have fun with it. Just have a blast.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're putting out more music, man.
Man, I'm trying, brother. I'm already working on, man, this new album. We've got 7 songs in the can, so probably going to end up doing about 12 when it's all said and done on this new album. And
sweet.
I kind of have an idea what the album's going to be called if I end up recording the song, but I'll wait until I do. That way, I just don't tell you a bunch of lies. I'll wait until I get it all done. I
think you need to name it. You're going to love this shit.
Actually, that's not a bad album title. It's not a bad album title.
I mean, that would resonate with so many freaking people, man. It was
no doubt. All right, brother. Well, I got to get ready for my show. I got to go, man. I had one last night. Didn't get done till 2:30. I got to go get ready.
Wow. Well,
when are you coming back to town?
I don't know, but you got my number though, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Just text me where you're playing at and when you're going to be playing and stuff, and then while you're doing that, you can tell everybody where they can find you.
Okay. You talking about right now? You want me to give you a plug now? My website is www.TreyCallawaymusic.com. And I'm Trey Calloway Music on all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's Trey Calloway Music. And then follow me on Spotify and give me a follow. That'd be great.
Oh, yeah. And while you're on Spotify, you can go to the David Bradley Show and follow me on Spotify.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm actually on 22 platforms, I believe.
Man, that's incredible, dude.
It's crazy all the stuff that's been going on with the show.
Yeah.
And
I'm proud of you, David.
I'm loving every minute of it because it affords me the chance to meet great people like you, because me and you have connected ever since the first time we did a show.
Oh, yeah, man. You're my boy. Hell yeah. You're my boy, man.
I mean, it's just awesome as all get out. So, yeah, shoot me a text later and let me know where all you're going to be at over the next couple of weeks, and I'll try to get down there.
That sounds like a plan, David.
All right, brother.
I'll talk to y'all soon.
All right. Love you. Mean it. See you later, man. All right, everybody. Y'all please go check out Trey Calloway. And it's www.TreyCallawaymusic.com. All the links are there, all the good stuff. And that old Carolina boy has got some real good country music. So y'all go check him out. And if you're on Spotify or any other platforms, Amazon or any of that other stuff, please hit follow on my show. It helps us all. And I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Like, follow, subscribe, share, do all that stuff, because it helps us all. Helps get these artists to your town. Helps me get artists on the show, so you can tune in and watch them and listen to the stories and everything else. And it's just really cool stuff. And I really do appreciate it, because everybody needs those numbers up. It's nothing but, hey, that would be a good t-shirt. Numbers up. I just thought of something else. All right, y'all. We're going to get out of here. Love y'all. Mean it. Toodles.